So Cardano has a very unique benefit. And this is something you don't typically see from established blockchains, the ones that have been around for a while. And this is probably the reason that ADA is going to be one of the big surprise performers in this market cycle. And frankly, it wouldn't surprise me if ADA doesn't, in fact, crack into the top five by the time we get to this market peak. And I want to have this discussion with you guys. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So obviously we know that ADA price has been doing extremely well. It's up to about $1.06 at the time of filming this video. You guys know I have my big long positions open again on Margex. You guys can trade on leverage if you'd like to do so. My one that I opened up 3 days ago, it's up 194%. My big one that I've had for a while now, up 2,266%. Again, if you guys want to check that out, there's links in the description below. But we've seen a dramatic shift in Cardano and in ADA, frankly. We went from this period of resilience where people were calling it dead, saying that nothing was going to happen and it was a big failure and all these things, right? And like a phoenix from the ashes, it exploded. It's done quite well, and now it's become one of the top performers. In fact, the eighth best performer in the top 100 over the last 90 days. That is a huge, huge testament to the resilience of Cardano holders and the strength of the community. And where things get interesting now, if we've seen a little bit of a shift in the makeup here. So we've actually now climbed to this point where 7% of ADA holders have actually held for less than 1 month. So you're starting to see, speculators come in and push the price of ADA up while you're seeing long-term conviction. And again, this speaks to a lot of that removal of supply from exchanges, the supply shock that's happening currently. So ADA right now is basically performing like $1 million market cap crypto. It has a lot of potential to make even further stabs to the upside. And this is where, frankly, that discussion of, $5, $7, $10, $15 ADA truly become realities. All right. Now, this isn't a guarantee, this isn't financial advice or anything like that. But what's interesting about the Cardano ecosystem is it's acting like an up and coming blockchain. It's acting like an asset that has not been in the space since 20, what was that, 2018, 2017. And what's interesting about this is we're now getting into a time where you can actually see that true fundamental organic ecosystem growth. Because if you guys remember, outside of the last market cycle, we just had the launch of smart contracts. It's what caused an early cycle peak for ADA. It's the reason that it reached only $3 instead of probably be $5 or so. And where that leaves is a lot of room for growth. Okay. If we were supposed to hit $5 at the peak of the last market cycle, that means that ADA may outperform what people's expectations are in this market cycle. It did 150x last market cycle by rainbow regression curve, law of diminishing returns. It should probably do about a 50x from the bottom of this market cycle to the top. But because of the ecosystem boom that is going to be coming, it may do even better. It may have a blow off top. Again, nobody knows what's going to happen. This is me just kind of speculating based on what I'm seeing. But we are seeing upticks in some very important things. TVL is on the climb. You're seeing more and more projects launched within Cardano. You're obviously seeing it tapped in big ways by governments and enterprises. But the crazy thing about that is we haven't even gotten into the peak utilization of blockchain tech era, not just in the space in general, but just even in this cycle alone. Remember, most DeFi users, they don't flock to DeFi until later on in the bull market. Okay. Typically alt season, especially the back half of the year of alt season, is when you see the most significant on-chain growth. And remember, Cardano didn't get to do that because we didn't have smart chains or smart contracts last market cycle. So now that these big things are done, now that we've gone through all these different hard forks in the Vassal hard fork and the Tang hard fork and things like that, it really opens up the door for opportunity. Imagine if we get big stable coins within the Cardano ecosystem. Imagine there are these easy to use pathways to other blockchains. Imagine Cardano becomes the consensus layer for all these other blockchains in the industry. We're starting to see obviously some connections to Bitcoin. I mean, the it's crazy how limitless the possibilities are in this market cycle. Really, if you think about it, all these things that have been done, the biggest thing that we kind of needed as a kickstart to get this discussion really off the ground was price movement. Now we're benefiting from a price movement, and it starts to snowball, right? Price movement, ecosystem growth, price movement. And it's crazy how much this can accelerate as time goes on. We've seen this happen. We've seen this happen in other blockchains throughout the space. And if you really think about it, Cardano hasn't had the big meme coin boom. It hasn't had the big NFT boom. And it hasn't really seen Cardano native assets, projects built on Cardano, seen that big boom yet. And the doors, frankly, are about to open. And this is where ADA can get extremely wild. The more ecosystem growth we have, the more utilization of projects within Cardano, the more ADA demand continues to be on the rise. And you still are dealing with conviction from long-term holders. You're dealing with more speculators come in, and you really put the cherry on top with this being again the biggest boom cycle we will see in crypto, or not will see, will have seen in crypto. So it's all coming together perfectly. And I don't think people understand how well they position themselves for this market cycle. I'm now 100% convinced that ADA is going to be the big surprise, the one that people wrote off early on in the market cycle, and the one that outperforms in the latter part of the market cycle. This is why I've said, you know, early market performance does not dictate late market performance. I think ADA is a true testament to that already, and we're just getting started. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.